Have you ever wondered why your credit score changes depending on where you check it? Well, you're not seeing things. There is more than one scoring model. Welcome back to March Money Moves, elevating your credit in 30 days. I'm Sabriyah Callis, your partner in finding and funding your new home. And today on day three, we're going to be breaking down the Vantage score, what it is, how does it compare to FICO, and why you should care. So let's get into it. Let me share the basics of VantageScore with you. VantageScore was created in 2006 as a joint effort by three major credit bureaus, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. And they did it to offer an alternative to the FICO scoring model. Like FICO, Vantage scores, they do range from 300 to 850, with higher scores being better. However, the way they calculate the scores is slightly different, which is why you may see different scores depending on which model is used. With the Vantage Score model, there are also common ranges. Our very poor level begins with 300 to 499. There is poor that is going to fall between 500 and 600. Then you have 601 to 660 for your fair. You start getting good when you get to 661 to 780. Their excellent falls between 781 to 850. If you've ever checked your credit through apps like Credit Karma or Capital One's Credit Wise, you're more than likely looking at your Vantage score rather than your FICO. Now, let's discuss what actually affects your Vantage score. While similar to FICO, it does weigh certain factors differently. And here's the breakdown. Vantage scores are going to look at your payment history. 41% of that, just like FICO, is paying your bills on time, is the most important factor. Your credit utilization is going to be about 20%. This is the percentage of credit that you're using compared to the limits. Lower is always going to be better. Your credit age mix makes up 20%. So the longer your accounts have been open and the more variety in the credit types, the better. Recent credit is going to make up about 11%. So opening multiple new accounts quickly can hurt your score. So keep that in mind. The last 8% is made up of the balance and the available credit. Having more available credit can slightly improve your credit score. So while factors are similar to FICO, notice that the Vantage score puts more emphasis on payment history and credit mix rather than FICO. Now that you know what affects your Vantage score, let's go over what doesn't impact it. Some people worry about things that actually aren't included in their score calculations. Just like the FICO score models, there are things that does not affect your score. So with Vantage score, your income, again, how much money you make isn't a factor in your score. Then your employment status, your job, and how long you've been there, they are not considered when it comes to your score. Your bank balances, that's going to be your savings and your checking account balances, that doesn't affect your score. Soft inquiries, remember, checking your own credit report won't ever lower your credit score, so you can look at that whenever you like. Utility and rate payments, unless reported by a third party like Experian Boost and Rental Karma, those won't be considered in your score as well. Understanding what does and doesn't impact your score can help you make the right moves to improving it without unnecessary worries. So, before we wrap up, let's quickly compare the Vantage score versus the FICO score so you know what to expect. FICO scores and VantageScore ranges are from 300 to 850. The payment history weight, as you can see, is different. For FICO, it is 35%, and for Vantage, it's 41%. For your credit mix weight, you're going to see FICO is 10%, VantageScore is 20%. When it comes to which score is used, FICO is used by most lenders, and VantageScore is used by your free credit apps. For my newbies to credit, FICO score requires 6 months of credit history, and Vantage scores can generate a score in 1 month. And this is one of the biggest differences between the two scoring models. So now that you know what Vantage score is, how it's calculated, and how it compares to your FICO, your challenge for today is to check which score you're seeing whenever you look at your credit. Is it FICO or is it Vantage? I want you to comment below and let me know which one you see on the reports you're looking at. In our next video, we'll be talking about free credit scores, where to find them, and what to watch out for. So make sure you're subscribed, turn on those notifications, and hit that like button if this video has been helpful. I look forward to seeing you on the next video of March Money Moves. So let's take charge of our credit future. Bye now.